So I will ask you a question. I told you that. Do you think Trump government is preparing the hard war against the Beijing government in Taiwan? Why they stop financial support and weapon support to the Ukraine? Why they take every manufacturing capability back to United States? If they have the war against China in the Asia Pacific areas, they must have the supply chain security. They have the safe supply chain system. So they must have the security of the supply chains. So that's why United States is take everything back to United States. Trump government is preparing hard war against China in Taiwan because Taiwan is a legitimate problem for Beijing government.
And who says maybe they will go to Japan afterwards? Because Japan invaded China in the 50s and 40s. So who knows now? Because you are powerful.
Japan.
So you want to expand. If you get Thailand,
Japan is a 51 state of the United States. Japan is actually under control of the United States, economically and militarily. So Japan, let me tell you that. Japan was totally under control of the United States. They are defeated in the Second World War and last 75 years. Japan is totally under control of the United States. If China want to revenge the retaliation of the Japan, they must defeat the United States. It's not Japan. Japan is under control of the United States.
Actually, after the war, they helped Japan to give them technology, so at least it can be there for their own interests against China.
Do you think that's changed in the last 3 days? Japan and China came together to tariffs.
It's unprecedented to spend themselves on the economy.
Especially Germany.
Japan is not allowed to have the armed force. Japan do not allow have armed force, and the United States never gave them permission to have the armed force. Because the United States, after Japan will retaliate the United States because they have the nuclear bomb.
Yeah. It's been very fascinating. Very recently, in the last few days, Trump announced that the Chinese and the Japanese are working together to counter this tariff. And they're working together on exchanges.
Tariff, you said tariff and the policy.
I mean, they're not able to land, they're not fully vassal Germany and the US. So, you're correct about the military situation, and historically they've been dependent on something they have to do.
Probably, as you know,
the last few days things have shifted.
Japan and China never work together. Never. Because, Japan is under control of the United States. If China and Japan work together, Japan have the problem, Japan's economy was destroyed by the United States in the 1990s. Destroyed. That is Paris. I don't remember the agreement names, but they were destroyed. And Japan do not allow have the armed force. They are not independent country. Everything was under control of the United States. There are 51 states of the United States. So how can they make decisions independently? We cannot make independent.
Militarily, they have some independence.
I've been to Tokyo. I've been Yokohama. It's only less than 100 kilometers away from the Tokyo. There is the 7th fleet of the United States. That is the biggest Asia Pacific fleet. The aircraft only take 2 minutes to go to the Tokyo. Japan cannot make decisions independently. If you make the wrong decisions, they will send you another nuclear bomb. They will bomb your capital.
They were very expensive.
I answer your questions. China take Taiwan is purely, is majorly, there's majorly, absolutely, because of the legitimate challenges. It's not the technology reasons. It's the economic reasons. No, economic reasons. You will spend the money. Yeah, it's not nothing. It's not nothing for the Chinese history and Chinese civilization. They must have. They do not have any separate central government. You must finish previous one, or you are not legal. You are illegal government until today. If Taiwan exists, the Beijing government is illegal government. Illegal, illegal. What that means?
Illegal is.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine?
Exactly. Same as terrorism, resistance. Everyone calls somebody the other one, and the other one calls resistance.
You are thinking, yeah.
Exactly. You see, this is
You are thinking is the Western country thinking. UK have the Scotland, British Scotland government. You have the Wales government. You have a North Ireland government. In China, it's never allow this separately government. Each government was totally under control. Each province, each state was totally under control of the central government.
This is democracy.
You cannot, you are thinking is a democracy. Democracy allowed you have the separate government. But in China, it's never. If that's a legitimate problem, is if you have the one separately, you have the second one, third one, fourth one, fifth one. Everyone become independent. You are not centralized government anymore. Do you understand? You are lack of the knowledge of the Chinese history.
In England,
You must understand to learn the Chinese history again.
Chinese. Huh?